Do you like to breathe clean air and have beautiful nature surrounding you?
Or would you rather continue to add to the pollution from animals on factory farms?
Because every time you buy meat that is produced in a factory farm, you are contributing to our major environmental problems. My family and I take these issues very seriously, and I have been a vegetarian all my life.
I was so influenced by all this newfound information that I have now been a vegetarian for a month now.
We could give you a million reasons of why you should not eat factory farmed meat due to the treatment of animals.
We could also give you a million reasons of how the effects of factory farming relate back to you. Ironically enough, raising cows as livestock is one of the leading causes of pollution in the United States. The transportation, feeding, and the actual gas from the cows releases harmful methane into the ozone. So on top of the detriments to our health caused by factory farm meat, the livestock is also greatly contributing to global warming. One would think that the sustainable option are grass-fed cows. Although, in a humane sense, purchasing grass-fed beef is the morally correct answer, it may not always be the sustainable option due to the amount of resources, including grazing space, that go into raising cattle this way.
People don't have to cut out meat altogether in order to help solve this problem. They simply have to become aware of what they are eating and where it comes from, although cutting out meat entirely doesn't hurt. We found a study that states that becoming a vegetarian would save more greenhouse gas emissions a year than switching to a hybrid car. So, being a vegetarian does not only save animals, but it also affects the environment in a major way. This study also brings up this eye-opening fact that about 2/3 of all Australian agricultural greenhouse gas emissions come from livestock flatulence, particularly cattle and sheep. Everything involving meat consumption asks the question of how far our planet is going to go before we acknowledge the ripple effects of natural disasters that will occur. From powering the gas grills that need to be hot enough to cook the meat to the transportation of the livestock uses an incredible amount of energy and fossil fuels.
Not only do factory farms greatly impact global warming, but they are also the largest source of ground and surface water pollution in the United States. Considering how much emphasis people put on others for conserving their water usage, the fact that factory farms are the leading cause for the problem is absurd. This is when the actions of factory farms begin to affect us as human beings instead of the direct harming of animals. For example, California is dealing with one of the worst droughts the state has ever seen. Not helping the matter, the 2 fields to 1 cow ratio means that the 1 field is required for growing the hay and grass to feed the cattle, and another field is for the cattle to graze on. This is twice the amount of water needed for a hamburger or a filet mignon compared to the 1 field needed to grow corn or tomatoes.
Soil on factory farms is also majorly affected because of the over-fertilization and over-tillage. These 2 things together really deplete the nutrients found in soil. Since these farms lack nutrients in their soil, they are causing more environmental issues with the surface and groundwater pollutions contributing to global warming. People probably forget, among many other things, that the quality of soil affects the amount of waste that goes into the production and farming of food. And if this food is going straight into feed for the livestock grown to be meat, while most of the nutrients of the crops are being lost in the process, it is a major waste.
Although the humane treatment of animals is extremely important to us as vegetarians, we take a different approach to the issue. The environment is greatly affected by factory farms and the pollution created by them. This is an issue that directly involves people, because this is our planet. It is easy to forget that buying factory farm meat hurts the environment, but now that everyone is a little more aware, we should all strive to make a difference and know where our meat is coming from.